Anyone has the power to make a truly great deck, because we live in a world where the sky is the limit. Any card is on a shelf for you to obtain. Every list is on a site for you to take. All you need is to make a good choice. Well, what if you left that choice behind? What if in an endless world of possibility, the path you chose is merely your booster boxes and what cards you open within? Could each set build something you'll truly remember? What silly decks will you behold? What battles would you prevail? And what would a whole era look like?
I got 2 decks. What? Are you kidding me? The very first pack? Shouldn't be this close at this point, but it is what it is. Here we are. I'm down pretty deep, so I'm taking a risk. Making a call. This deck may be absolutely terrible. We have now been on this journey for the last 2 years. In that time, our decks have changed quite a bit. And for this special finale episode, Azul and I will each be building 2 different decks from our card pools. We will then play a conquest format where you have to win with each of your 2 decks to be declared a winner of the final episode. Using 2 decks is going to make things really interesting because we cannot overlap cards between our 2 decks. For example, I only have 1 Pheasantipede EX. That means I can only use that Pheasantipede EX in 1 of my 2 decks. And of course, we are wrapping up the Scarlet and Violet Evolution series with Black Bolt and White Flare. These sets feature every Pokemon from the Unova region in a unique split set. There are some strong cards in this set, such as Eelektrik and Emboar as energy acceleration options, Air Balloon and Brave Bengal as really good tool cards, and then Genesect EX, which would be a really good support option for any metal deck. Thank you so much, of course, for joining us along this journey. It has really been a fun ride, and your support has meant everything to us and is a big reason why we continue to do it. But before we open up these packs, before we build our decks, we of course have to decide which cards will be banned for this final episode. Okay, Azul, it is time. We are here. The finale, the last episode of the Scarlet and Violet Evolution series. What a journey we have been on.
Yeah, we've come quite a long ways. The first booster box that we opened, you had your Miraidon deck, which are like the 2 big cards from the set, I guess. I'm trying to think what else came out. Gardevoir came out in that set. I did get a Gardevoir, but nothing to go with it initially for
You didn't even get any Ralts to go with it initially. Yeah. That was like the big thing at the beginning.
Did I pull 2 Gardevoir to begin with?
I think you had 2 Gardevoir, no Ralts, and maybe like 1 Curly or something like that.
But we've come a long way since then. Had some back and forth. Was able to counter you pretty aggressively with the Crocodile deck, which I did build on quite a bit over the next couple sets, and we've come a long way since then. Most recently, your Zoroark up against my Yanmega Terra deck.
Was unable to take that one down, unfortunately. But yeah, this time we are going to be doing 2 different decks, and we are still going to be doing bans. Yep. 1 ban, 2 decks. We each have to win with our deck, so on and so forth. And I guess since I did lose, I should pick my ban first.
Yeah, if you want to start there, Chip.
And I think, Azul, I am going to ban Monkey Dory.
Ooh.
I'm going to get rid of the Monkey Dory. I don't want to deal with your Monkey Dory Frostlass deck. I think I can handle Gardevoir without Monkey Dories. Maybe. We'll see, though.
That's a pretty good ban. I think mine's going to be a little bit interesting as well. In the past, we were banning like Charizards and Gardevoirs. I'm actually going to go with, similar to you, an annoying card. I'm banning the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. So if you want to play a Terra deck, you don't get the safety of the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. I actually don't know, or I should say Noctowl deck. I actually don't know if you have any other Terra Pokemon. I think you do. I don't know if I've seen them.
I do have some basic Terra Pokemons, not very good ones. I've got a Dedenne EX in my card pool.
There we go. If you really want to play Noctowl, you have it out. But if you're not going to ban Charizard, I'm probably going to play Charizard. I don't want to go through Cornerstone Mask, so we're going to remove him from the field. Both of us are removing pretty annoying Pokemon. Monkey Dory, maybe peak annoying.
Sure. All right, 2 different decks. We both have to build 2 decks. Are you worried about splitting your trainers up?
A little bit. I don't have that deep of a trainer pool of like powerful supporters. Like Youngster is still in. Actually, maybe Youngster did. I actually don't remember if Youngster was in my last deck, the Terra deck. I might not have been. The Noctowl decks can be a little bit more thinned out lines of supporters. So I actually don't know if I had the Youngster in there at the end. So I should have enough to make it work though. I should have enough.
All right, Azul. Well, we're doing Black Bolt and White Flare, 9 packs of each set. It is like a split set. So split the boxes and then we'll split each of these in half. 3 packs from each for each of us. But first, of course, I gotta do my Destined Rivals pity packs, 1 last trip with the trainers Pokemon and see if I can pull something together to potentially work with. So neither of us can play Monkey Dory. Neither of us can play Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX. I don't even know if you had one. So it'll be for an interesting episode for sure. You, I think, regardless, are gonna come away the winner of this, you know, of the series overall, I should say, right? You've won a lot more than I have, sadly, but I'm gonna go down swinging for sure.
All right, let's see what we get.
Okay, time for me to open my packs. I've got 9 White Flare, 9 Black Bolt, but of course, Gotta get my Destined rivals open first, my pity packs here. It's been a really fun time doing this series. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it for sure. Shout outs to Pig for all the hard work he's done editing. He is a huge part of why this series has been so successful. Absolutely killing it with the editing. So big shout outs to Pig for all that. And in these last packs, I'm just looking to have a good time. I'm trying to play something cool, I think. Going in, I'm kind of thinking towards playing my Skeledirge EX Fire deck, potentially, that I played all the way back in like the 3rd or 4th episode of this thing. And I think out of Black Bolt, if I could get a Zekrom EX, it would be really cool to play my Miraidon deck. Good callback all the way to episode 1. Get some electric generators in there. I don't have like Iron Hands or anything like that, but I think that could be a lot of fun. So those are kind of the two things I'm thinking right now, but I've got a lot of options for what I could try to play. Also, if Azul is going to play Charizard, I'm low-key kind of thinking about just playing a hard counter grass deck, because we're doing 2 decks. You've got to win with both the decks you bring. If I just have the grass deck, he may not be able to win with the Charizard if I can time it right, throwing the grass deck into the Zard. So let's get into this and open up the Destined Rivals packs one last visit. I honestly don't even remember that much about what I had in Destined Rivals the first time around, because it's been a while since we recorded. So there's the Yanma that leads to Yanmega, which Azul played, which was not very fun. We've got the Team Rocket's Tyranitar, probably not much happening there. Cynthia's Spiritomb is like kind of cool, but I don't think I had a Garchomp. So I think I had a Ho-Oh, right? Ethan's Ho-Oh. So maybe if I could piece some more stuff together with that, I could use that. Oh, the Zeraora is actually pretty good if I do go the lightning route. Thunder Raid, discard all energy from this Pokemon. It does 210 to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX. So that is pretty interesting. I've got a Team Rocket's Venture Bomb as well. Okay. Yeah, the Zeraora, honestly, not a bad hit there, especially if I can get some Eels. That would be another thing to track out of Black Bolt. Can I get Eelektrik to get some energy recovery? Ooh, I got an EX in this one at least, it looks like. A Sacred Ash, okay, a recovery card. Not gonna complain about it. Energy Recycler is another one. And Regirock EX. Regicharge? Stage 2 Pokemon, 180, no, yeah, nope. Nope, doesn't seem very good. It does do 280, but that's not even enough to knock out the Stage 2 EX Pokemon it does boosted damage into. Barely even read the card. Another Energy Recycler, Relor, Gorbis, ugh, yikes. Okay, last pack. I guess out of here, another Ethan's Ho-Oh, Ethan's Magcargo, something like that. Maybe give me that option. I don't know if I would go that route, but hey, the option wouldn't be terrible. Oh, the Rapidash with the Hurried Gate, draw a card. Hey, that's not the worst thing in the world. And the Crustle, okay. Actually, the Crustle is low-key kind of interesting here. Mysterious Rock End, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. Man, kind of unfortunate Azul banned my, my Cornerstone. I could have probably made like a really annoying wall deck. That's a bit of a bummer. Maybe I could still do something with that though, to be honest, especially if I'm going with a grass deck. Crustle's maybe not bad. That's something to think about. So here we go. Black Bolt, White Flare. Let's start with the White Flare actually, because I think Black Bolt is the one I'm most excited for to try to get the Zekrom. That's really what I'm kind of eyeing up more than anything from this set, I feel like. But we'll go through this kind of quickly, to be honest. Ooh, we get an art rare, the Volbeat. Very nice. Playful Kick, probably not playing that guy, and Cofagrigus as my holo in the pack. Oh, and a Pokeball, a Selgor. Okay, that's a pretty solid pack there with the Volbeat. I do forget that about Black Bolt and White Flare, that literally every single Unova Pokemon has an art rare or an illustration, secret illustration rare. Not an art rare, a secret, yeah, a illustration rare. We'll keep it going here. Cofagrigus and Tornadus. Okay, I guess Azul got the good 3 packs out of this. The White Flare booster bundle, the booster bundle that we split up. And last one, Lipard, Leaveney, Lampent, and Chandler. Hey, a Hollow Metal Energy. That's the best hit there for sure. Let's get into this other White Flare bundle. All right, 6 more White Flare packs. I think I definitely wouldn't mind getting like some Hilda as an option. That would make me feel really solid about going back the Skeledirge EX route, because I would have a way to find my Neo Upper Energy. Harlequin, Zorua, and Chandelure, and a Holo Psychic. Yeah, it doesn't seem great. There's a Pokeball Blitzel. That's cool, I guess. The building process for this one is definitely going to take us a long time, I imagine, though, because there's a lot of things to consider with like splitting up the trainer cards, especially. Well, it looks like we do have something in here. Woobat. Oh, a Deerling art rare and a Bouffalant EX. Honestly, this card is not that bad. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks, 100 plus if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX. This attack does 100 more damage. This could be really good in like some sort of tanky deck with Bravery Charms and Bouffalant from Stellar Crown, which I do think I have the Bouffalants from Stellar Crown. I don't have any Bravery Charm though. But yeah, there's a Deerling. That's cool. Deerling's chill. Hilda, there we go, we'll take that, and the Gothitelle, but the Hilda is the big hit here. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and an energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So similar to how in the standard format, you see Dragapult players using Hilda to go grab out their Neo Upper Energy, I can use Hilda to go grab my Neo Upper Energy, just with Skeleturgy EX instead. 2 more White Flare packs. Hoping for something good here. I don't even know what Pokemon I would potentially use. That is an interest. Okay. Emboar here with the Inferno Fandango. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic fire energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. I'm not sure what my line of the Pignite and the Tepig looks like, but Emboar, that's a pretty powerful ability. So I've got the Baxcalibur as well in my card pool that I never ended up using. Azul did play a Baxcalibur deck at some point. Well, it does look like we've got something here in my last White Flare pack. There's a Tepig, so if I've got a Pignite, that is on the table. We've got Sigilyph, Lillipup, and Hydreigon EX. Greedy Eater. If your opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack used by this Pokemon, take 1 more prize card and then Dark Bite 200 during your next turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. Really not a terrible card, but it does take a gajillion energy, so it seems unlikely that I'm gonna power that guy up. Now we're getting into Black Bolt, and now we are looking simply for a Zekrom EX and probably some Eoline pieces. If I can get some Eoline pieces, that would be nice. I also wouldn't hate to see the Brave Bengal in here somewhere as well. And Prism Energy is another card I don't hate to see. That's some options. Professor's Research, okay. And the Kyurem EX. Blizzard Burst, 130. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So probably not great here, but the Prism Energy and the Professor's Research are not bad. The Prism Energy does provide some potential options for sure. And a Pokeball Solosis, you know, why not? A Master Ball Larvesta, okay, and a Haxorus there. Master Ball Hollow and Haxorus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, does 80 more damage, or if your opponent's active is a basic, it is knocked out. That's a lot of work for a stage 2 Pokemon, so probably not gonna be great. Zekrom, let's see it. I don't think I've seen a single eel piece either. Hey, there's a Dwebble for my Crustle from Destined Rivals, okay. 6 more packs, and that will do it for the Evolution Series opening portion, at least, to see which one of us is gonna come away as the Supreme Victor. Supreme Victor, that's a TCG set. Pokegear, okay, I'll take it. Hey, there's another Crustle and Cobalion and a Hollow Lightning Energy. Hey, could be a sign for me to play my Lightning deck. And yeah, the Crustle here, not as good as the other ones. Sturdy. It does get to survive a hit, which is kind of cool. The big hit I feel like here has got to be the Pokegear 3.0, just as an option for making up for lack of supporters if I'm having to split my supporters between 2 decks. I'm pretty sure I have more than 4 Iono, to be honest, so that would be nice. There's a Sandile, and hey, Conkeldurr. Oh wait, that's not the good Conkeldurr, right? That's from Twilight Masquerade. Well, I don't think I have enough pieces to put that deck together, but there's a Timber right there. That would be kind of cool. The Eljum, can I get a little control action going? Slight Shift. Move an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of their Pokemon. Hey, you know what? Slight Shift a little energy around. Dude, I hope Azul does not play like Pidgeotto Control for one of his decks. If he pulls the Eljum, he's definitely got some Maractus or something in the mix, so I hope that's not the route he goes. That would be so cringe. We've got a Prism Energy, not bad. So that's 2 of those. I wonder how I could best make use of Prism Energy. Probably the best way to do it would have been with some sort of Cornerstone deck, which Azul has removed as an option for me, unfortunately. Another Prism Energy and an Eelektrik, okay. So that is at least on the table here with its Dynamotor ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic Lightning Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. I'm not sure if there have been other Dynamo in the Scarlet and Violet era. I need to go back through my card pool and check. I'm also not sure if there is a Dynamo in my card pool yet from these packs. So there's a chance that that is like the main thing I'm looking for here in these last couple packs is a Dynamo. So let's just get through this. It looks like there is something here. There's Eelektross, probably not playing that guy. A Pokeball Hollow Scolipede, Hins. Another Kyurem EX. Why couldn't that have been a Zekrom? I would have really been pretty happy if that had been a Zekrom. Okay, well, last pack, last chance to get something. Gotta say I'm hoping for Dynamo for sure, and I would not hate to see Zekrom. We got a little Momola. Hey, this card's pretty cool. Gentle Fin. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may put a basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less from your discard pile onto the bench. Not sure where that would go in with that I have, but that is pretty cool. Thundurus, Palpitoad, and last card of the opening is a Victini. I mean, this card's not terrible. You have to have a full bench, right? And it does 120 damage, but probably not gonna get much going there. So I got the Prism Energies. Maybe the biggest hit for me there is the Crustle. Could I just play something really annoying that Azul has a hard time dealing with? I don't know. I need to look at all my grass Pokemon, see if there's some sort of grass deck I can play. I think I am gonna commit to probably playing something that is like a hard Charizard counter as a grass deck, if I can, so we'll see. But yeah, let's get Azul up here and get him to open his packs and see if he's got better luck than I do, because that was not great.
All right, let's open these up. Let's see what I'm gonna be able to get from Black Bolt and White Flare. I don't have like super high expectations for anything to be like super game changing for me. Some of the trainer cards could be cool, of course. As far as Pokemon goes, I mean, there's just like Emboar, which I don't think I have enough other fire Pokemon to enable something like an Emboar line. And I would need to get like a pretty thick Emboar line to make it worth it in this situation as well. But maybe there's something there for Emboar, but I don't expect, alrighty. I don't expect any major crazy upgrades or changes besides some trainer inclusions. Check, check. All right, so we're good. All right, let's start with the Black Bolt here. I don't think I'd like play the Zekrom or the Reshiram if I got them. I guess honestly, seeing the antique cover fossil here, I could play that theoretically. What is the name of the card? I'm like forgetting the name of the card here now. Yeah, like see, none of this is any good. Even Fennel, heal 4 damage from each of your Pokemon. That'd be like okay. Maybe in the deck that gets my Pidgeot. Start with Black Bolt. How many more Fennel? Oh, Air Balloon. Okay, that's a good card. We'll definitely be including that in my deck. One of the Hollow Energies, B-Force Victini. Okay, so the best card I pulled so far is an Air Balloon. And this plan, move 2 energy from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. That is okay, but kind of just okay. With what I have going on, maybe in like a Terra deck, a Noctowl deck, I could see including that. But besides that, I don't think I'm gonna get much value out of that card. First EX coming up. Ooh, and another art rare in the Scavalier. But we got a Excadrill EX, which it's not very good. Keep the cards on frame. Another antique cover fossil. Oh, there it is, the Tortuga. Ooh, I have 3 antique cover fossils now. Maybe I could play a Tortuga line that is 30 damage for each item card in your opponent's discard pile. That's actually pretty good. And I have enough of the basics. Well, trainer basics, whatever, you get the point. I have enough of the basics to actually maybe include it in a deck. That would actually be kind of cool to play, especially if I get another Tortuga, then we're really talking. Oh, here's another card that I thought could be maybe interesting. LGM with the slight shift attack. I actually think that could be a pretty cool inclusion. Another Professor's Research. That's actually a pretty big hit for me because I don't have that many high quality draw supporters. So the research is actually pretty good for me. Like Chip mentioned in the intro, he has like 8 of them. So, or he thinks he does. I actually don't know how many he has. Alola Malola with the Gentle Fin is pretty good, although I don't think it synergizes that well with anything I've got. The Eelektrik with the Dynamotor could also be pretty good. I have a lot of electric generators. I would need a Tynamo though. I don't think I pulled a Tynamo so far. I'm actually also not sure which cards are exclusive to which set as well. Another LGM, some control style. Pokegear is also good. Prism Energy might not be bad, although I don't have Monkey Dories. Chip took away my Monkey Dories, so I'm probably not gonna get value out of Prism Energy. And that's all for the Black Bolt side of things. Now we're moving on to the White Flare. There's the Pignite. I did mention the Emboar, but I don't think I'll be able to utilize it. And the Swampert here as well, but Swampert also not very good. Really is just the trainers so far, except for the Eelektrik. Maybe, I'd have to like look at all my lightning Pokemon. Maybe there's hope for Eelektrik. Charon here, draw 3 cards. Probably not gonna play it. Oh, Mind Jack Zork's not bad. It does attack for Dark Energy. There's an Emboar. I don't even think I got a Tepig yet though. I did get a Pignite. I don't think I have the fire Pokemon to go with it. I would have to like pull a Reshiram out of here to even like consider it. I say that, but like I actually don't remember all my fire Pokemon though. So maybe I have more than I'm think here. Okay, well, I got, hey, if there's enough other fire stuff, honestly, I could whip a fire deck out of nowhere. Oh, we got the Frillish in here as well. Chip did take away my Monkey Dories though, so definitely gonna be less impactful. Oh, that was one of the Pokemon that could be really, really good, is a Jellicent. Gonna be less good to put in a Gardevoir deck because Chip did take away the Monkey Dory. Hilda's not bad in a Zoroark deck or a Pidgeot deck, or actually Dragapult. Not bad in Dragapult either. I don't know if I'm gonna run Gardevoir. Ooh, another art rare, the Mandibuzz. It's got a pretty cool ability tool actually. Once in your turn, you may use this ability. Your opponent reveals their hand. You may put a basic with 70 HP or less. You find they're onto your opponent's bench. Not bad, not bad. We do have, I did get like the stage 1 of the Litwick here, I think. I see a Chandelure in this pack as well, but it's not very good unless I'm misremembering. Yeah, it's not very good. I don't think it was very good. It's not very good. Oh my goodness. All right, I did get, I saw ahead here, I did get a second Reshiram, but I don't even think I have a Tepig to go with my Pignite and my Emboar. So the Reshirams, I'm pretty sure, are gonna be wasted on me. Brave Bangle that's a good one. Could try, oh, sure, third Reshiram EX, okay. No way to utilize them. Another Ignition Energy, which I don't think I have a way to utilize, but it'll be another one of those things where I'll have to go see if we have pieces for it. And final pack here, second Frillish, no Jellicent though. Jellicent could have been really cool with Gardevoir, even despite the lack of Monkey Dory. And that's it. That's my packs. The trainers are cool. I did get 3 Reshiram EX, which I'm not gonna be able to utilize, but I'll see what I can put together. Probably something still Charizard focused, maybe Gardevoir, but Gardevoir without Monkey Dory sounds way worse, so it might be like a Charizard deck and like the Terra Box deck still, or could do something with Dragapult, of course. We'll see. All right, here is my first of my 2 decks. I decided to go with Dragapult, Charizard. My other deck is a Terra deck, the Noctowl. I decided to keep Pidgeot in there overall because I wanted the rare candy count in that deck as well because I'm playing Dusknoir in there. So I split up my rare candies. I have 2 in that deck and then only 1 rare candy in this deck. But I got the TM Evo in here and I can plenty of Charmeleons. I have the 2 Dracloak, so I feel pretty comfortable with only 1 rare candy in here. The TM Evolution is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting as long as it's not prized though. So I have a 3-3-2 Charizard line, which is pretty good. And then I have a 3-2-1 Dragapult EX line. So the draw power and secondary attacker is the Dragapult, and the Dracloak, of course, is that draw power. Early game setup, I've got a Cleffa, a Badoo, and Tatsugiri. Badoo's less of early game setup, but more of just early game slowing chip down so I can set up. So that's an option alongside the Cleffa for the early game. And then Tatsugiri is good early game, but also good mid-late game as well to help find supporters, of course. Shaman to protect the bench. If Chip is going to go a bench snipe route, it'll probably be with the Zoroark Darmanitan deck. This deck is way more vulnerable to that deck specifically than the Terra Box deck, so put the Shaman in here alongside of Maractus for some cheesy mid-late game comeback potential, trap stuff with corner, set up for a big Phantom Dive play, stuff like that. Hawlucha, of course, also synergizes pretty well with Dragapult. The Pokemon search, honestly, my Pokemon search is pretty... It's just not a lot. I have 5 Buddy Poffins, so I went with 3 in here, 2 in the other deck. I only have 2 Ultra Ball and 2 Nest Ball. Nest Ball is way less valuable in this deck than it is in the other deck because it's a Area 0 Terra deck, so I have Area 0s in there. I put all the Nest Balls in there. I have some Artisans in here to synergize with, of course, Secret Box and just setting up. So the only real question was, the Nest Ball should definitely go in the other deck. I split up the Buddy Poffins 3-2, and then I have 2 Ultra Balls. I put both Ultra Balls in the other deck, so I'm bringing back my Great Balls here as more Pokemon search, and I have the 2 Artisans like I mentioned. So the one thing that is really lacking in this deck is ways to find Pokemon. But with the draw supporters, I'm going really, really heavy on research. So at the very least, I'll be able to see a lot of cards through Professor's Research. I got 4 Professor's Research, 2 Iono, and still 1 Youngster in here. And then for my more utility-based supporters, we got an Arven, another out to the TM Evo, Hilda, Briar, and a Professor Turo scenario. And then the Boss's Orders is sticking in the Noctowl deck because I think being able to aggressively find Boss's Orders is just more powerful. I also put a Lysia's Appeal in there, but I have 2 Lysia's Appeal in this deck as my Gust effects alongside a Counter Catcher. So I have no way to bring up evolved Pokemon off the bench aggressively with like a Boss's Orders type deal. I did have a Pokemon Catcher I almost put in here, but decided not to. And because it is such a heavy research-based deck, I play a lot of Recovery, 2 Super Rod, and a Night Stretcher, as well as a Palpad, and then a Pokegear to help me reach a little bit further to find any of my more situational supporters like Iono or Briar or something like that in the late game. Earthen Vessel to help me find the energy, and specifically does synergize well with Secret Box and Arven. If I had an Energy Search, I think I would have played that instead of the Earthen Vessel, but I don't have an Energy Search, so I have to go with that Earthen Vessel. Just a 1 rare candy, like I mentioned. Still have an aggressive way to get into the Dragapult or the Charizard possibly. And then for the energy split, I've got 5 basic fire, 2 basic psychic, and 1 luminous energy, 2 artisan, 1 town store, another out for the technical machine evolution. Like I said, that's a big part of this deck for sure. And then a single air balloon for some mobility, and obviously synergizes really, really well with that Tatsugiri. So that's my first deck. Let's take a look at the second one. And here is my second deck, very similar to the deck I just have played most recently. It is the Noctowl Pidgeot, Terra Box style deck. So the 4-4 Noctowl. I have a 201 Pidgeot line in here. I did need to cut some of the Pokemon search from the deck because I had to get it into the other deck. So 201 Pidgeot, or get it set up more consistently. And I also added in a Call for Family Pidgey over 2 of the 60 HP ones. So Call for Family can also help me set up a little bit better if I open that. 111 Dusknoir line here. I did cut a rare candy. I did want to put a Pidgeotto in the deck, but I actually don't have any Pidgeotto, so it had to be Dusclops instead, but I'm okay with that. So 111 Dusknoir line, the Terrapagos, the Teal Mask Ogerpon, 1-1 Yanmega EX, and then the Iron Leaves for the attackers, and then I have 2 Fanrotom, Ditto to help get set up, get going, and then a Mew EX for that continuous draw power, potentially attacker as well. For the supporters, we only play 1 of each supporter here, 1 Professor's Research, 1 Youngster, 1 Judge, 1 Jack, 1 Brock Scouting, 1 Cole's Tenacity. I did have the Palpad in here previously, but I think it fits better in the Charizard deck with all the researches, a bunch of cards getting discarded in that deck. So Palpad's over there, so I upped the Gust account a little bit here. 1 Lysia's Appeal, 1 Boss's Orders. Still have the Briar and the Turo, and then 2 rare candy to go with the Dusknoir and the Pidgeot. Recovery is still just 1 Nitrogen, 1 Super Rod, and then for the Pokemon search, 2 Buddy Poffin, 2 Nest Ball, 2 Ultra Ball, and then 3 Area 0 in here as well for our stadium, so we can go wide, pull off big plays. And then for the last couple cards here, I have 1 switch, and the Scuba Cyclone is the ace spec for a lot of mobility in the deck. Scuba Cyclone specifically, very nice because it just resets the Noctowl more so than anything. And then Glass Trumpet here for a little bit of energy acceleration, specifically to the Terrapagos in that late game. game, a counter catcher to make some comeback potential. Possibly I maybe should just play both counter catchers in the Charizard deck, to be honest, but I think for like some Briar style plays, it's still good to have that in here. And then a switch as well. And then I have 9 grass, up the grass energy by 1, and then added a jet energy. And that's the second deck. Honestly, I feel pretty comfortable about both decks. I think this deck is stronger than the Charizard deck in terms of the engine, but Charizard and Dragapult are definitely the more powerful attackers, I guess. So I got a little bit of both going on here. The more powerful engine is this deck, the more powerful attacking options is the Charizard. We'll see what Chip came up with and see how they fare.
So here's what I got for deck number 1. I'm bringing back an old Evolution Series classic, the good old big Skeledirge EX. I played this, I think, in like episode 3 of the whole series and just tried to make this big, beefy Skeledirge. And this is a deck that I've had in the back of my mind constantly, but I think now's the time. I'm bringing it back for the finale. Burning Voice 270 minus. This attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Now, the way I played this deck last time, I played a bunch of like healing item cards. I think I had like Seguro as a healing supporter in the deck. I had the Oricorio. This time, I'm leaning into Professor Turo's Scenario. Put one of your Pokemon into your hand, discard all attached cards. And I'm trying to get this combination of cards where I can pick up the big beefy 340 Skeledirge, promote a new clean one, a Crocalor, you know, evolve it right up, do whatever, and then use Infernape here. Now, I was trying to use my Emboar that I pulled. Inferno Fandango, great, accelerates as many fire energy as I want. The problem is he's got 4 retreats, and it seemed very likely that he was just gonna get stuck active at some point in the game. I didn't wanna have to deal with that. So we've got the Infernape with the Pyro Dance, which I think will function just as nicely. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic fire energy, a basic fighting energy card, or one of each from your hand to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Now, I'm not playing any fighting energy. I did think about playing like literally just 1, but Skeledirge does require 2 fire energy, no like other requirements. So yeah, Infernape literally just here to get the 1 extra energy drop into play, which I think is honestly worthwhile. And I'm combining this for my draw engine here with Rapidash. Hurried Gate. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. There are other better draw options out there, potentially. There's like Revavroom and stuff like that, but I decided to just stick with the Rapidash, which, you know, it goes with the fire theme, right? But what doesn't go with the fire theme is actually this Meowscarada here with the Showtime ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. I'm just playing a 101 line, and the nice thing about this card is Rising Bloom, 90 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 90 more damage. Now, 180 for 2 doesn't seem like incredibly awesome or anything like that, but when you consider the fact that it can one-hit KO a Charizard EX, it's not too bad, and it can attack for just 1 Neo Upper Energy, which is my A-Spec of choice here, or with a Pyro Dance plus attach, I can start swinging with the Meowscarada, which seems pretty cool to me. I did have to split up my trainer cards a little bit, so I've got 3 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Night Stretcher, 3 Rare Candy, 333. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh out here, I guess. But I do have the full 4 Iono as my supporters, and then, you know, 2 Arven, Mela as well, an extra way to get some energy cards into play. Also draw power. Hilda, of course, to search for the Neo Upper, which I mentioned during the opening. Licia's appeal for a gusting option as well as the counter catcher, Earthen Vessel, so on and so forth. A bunch of tools with the Evolution and the Devolution. I think Devolution seems like an okay option since 270 is not really like getting there to one-hit KO a lot of stuff. There's a chance I'm going to leave some damage in play, maybe damage 2 different Pokemon, and I can go for a TM Devo play, potentially. And then 3 Artisan to try to get my Pokemon into play. I'm excited to play this. I think this deck will be a lot of fun. How good it will be into whatever Azul has, I don't know, but we'll give it a shot. Now let's get into my second deck. And this is my second deck, and I'm actually really excited for this one because I don't even know if Azul knows I have like any of these Pokemon, except for obviously the Noctowl engine and the Miraidon he knows. The Pikachu EX, the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, cards I have not played yet in the series, Leafeon EX as well, getting into that mix. This is kind of like a standard Terra Box deck, obviously much weaker. I don't have a Blood Moon or Saluna, which would be a huge card to add into here. I don't have Energy Switch like in my entire card pool, which would be so good. But basically with this deck, I'm just trying to use Pikachu EX as much as possible. Pretty much. It's got the Topaz Bolt attack, 300 damage, discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. Now, I don't have the Sparkling Crystal, which is really good in these Terra Toolboxy type of decks generally, but I do have 2 Power Glass. So if I can attach, Crispin, you know, get some energy into play over the course of a couple turns, I can Power Glass to keep loading that Pikachu up after it attacks, make for back-to-back attacks potentially, because Power Glass, if the Pikachu attacks and then Power Glass brings energy back, and then I can Crispin Pikachu again, it can just attack in back-to-back turns, 300 damage. So that's kind of the line lineup I'm going for. I'm going to keep the Galvantula in here. Listen, I'm making sure with every single one of these decks, I've got a way to at least one-shot a Charizard EX. And I can do it with either Galvantula or the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX if I keep an energy and play on it, or potentially the Leafeon EX. Now, Verdant Storm, just a solid attack, efficient, 2 energy, can probably do a decent amount of damage depending on what Azul has on his side of the field. Moss Agate, very good attack. Unfortunately though, I'm not going to be playing a way to really utilize that. I don't really think I could have efficiently fit Water Energy and Fire Energy into this deck, so I don't have like a Flareon EX to tech in here to like make it more worthwhile to do something like that, right? I also did get my Eelektrik in here. I did not pull a Tynamo from Black Bolt, but I had a Tynamo from Obsidian Flames, one single Tynamo from like forever ago. It is worse. It does not have free retreat, which is a bummer, but it's okay. And then of course I've got Joltik here with the Jolting Charge. I do just have one of these, but I pulled this for Evergo and Stellar Crown, and I can use it to load up the Pikachu potentially, which would be really nice. Oh, also Miraidon, let's not forget, pretty solid attacker there. This deck is kind of like a mash of like a Joltik Toolbox deck and a Terra Box deck. We'll see if that's good enough to get rolling for me. My supporters are very weird. It's like very much into Crispin, so my draw power gonna be limited. That's why I put the Fezandipity in this deck as opposed to my other deck. That'll hopefully like supplement some of the draw. I do have 3 Fan Rotom in here because I have a feeling Fan Rotom is going to be a pretty important attacker for me. I feel like I'm gonna be attacking with the Fan Rotom a lot with this deck, the Assault Landing. So, oh, I do want to just call out as well the Bianca's Devotion. I'm really hoping I can Jolting Charge, get a bunch of energy onto a Pikachu, go, boom, slam into Azul, and then he's gonna hit it really hard. I'm gonna have some energies left over on it from the Jolting Charge, and then I can throw down the Bianca's Devotion, fully heal it back up, get Resolute Heart back active, and attack again. That is what I am hoping to have happen, at least in one of the games. Hopefully, I only have to play this deck once, right? Because then if I only play it once, that means I won. So this is the deck, this is the lineup, my 2 decks, Skeleturge plus Terra Box. Let's get into the games and see who's gonna win this Final Evolution Series episode.
All right, Chip, how'd your 2 decks turn out?
You know, it's going to be interesting for sure. I think it'll be fun unless you've decided to play something absolutely toxic, which you've been known to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this will be a good time. Honestly, splitting up the trainer cards, having to limit yourself a little bit more, makes it interesting, adds another layer too, which is fun.
I actually didn't have to dig that deep into my excess trainers, except for 1 card. It's going to be very apparent once we start playing. I'm actually
Youngster
curious.
number 2.
The youngsters did return, but I am curious if you have any of this card or not. We'll see.
Oh,
it's a trainer, but it's like, we'll see.
Great Ball or
It'd
something.
be funny if you forgot this existed and you had something, you're like, oh, wait a second.
I mean, I don't think I'm upset with my trainer lineup. So yeah, an interesting part of this here, deciding which deck is going to be first. Do you know which one of your decks you're going with first?
No. Okay. I actually am just going to blind pick, I think.
Really? Just blind pick?
So I'm just going to go heads, tails.
I'm not going to do such a thing.
Okay, I'm going to blind pick my first one.
I think I'm going with this one right here.
Okay, so I'm going with my deck on the left.
I'm going with this one right here. And now we have to flip to see who's going first in the game as well.
Yeah. And for anyone who's unfamiliar with the format, we're both playing 2 decks. We have to win with each deck. So this first game, whoever wins this game can't use their deck anymore. Right. And they have to try and win with their following deck.
Basically a best of 3. Once you win with the deck, you're done.
All right, heads or tails?
Tails. As always. Ooh. I'm gonna choose second.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose second. What?
Well, it's just funny, you're like catching yourself like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. Sometimes you don't know, but I am gonna choose second here. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, you're not gonna be happy with that once you see what I'm playing.
Is he playing a donk deck? Petron promo is not legal in this format, Azul.
It's not that toxic, no.
Oh my gosh, Meloetta EX from Black Bolt White Flare.
No, you're not getting donked, shit. I just want to go first with this deck.
Okay.
That's it. The Monkey Dory was definitely unfortunate. Like, I probably would have played that.
You have 4 Monkey Dory, so you could have played it in both decks.
I would have definitely, like, both of my decks probably would have had Monkey Dory if Monkey Dory was not banned. So it's a pretty good ban. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good ban.
I did ban it last time as well, but that's when you went to your...
It's a lot more relevant when I've like, played
deck.
2 decks.
Yeah, sure. There's definitely gonna be something in my deck. You might not even know what it does, to be honest.
All right.
I'm going second.
Sounds good.
This is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
It's not funny enough.
What do I start? I think just that.
All right, Chip, that means I am going first.
I'm going second.
Ooh, okay, hold up. Interesting.
You're up, buddy.
Does Chip have 2 grass decks trying to counter Charizard here?
It'd be really funny if you didn't play Charizard and I had a grass deck ready to counter Charizard.
I'll draw for turn, and this is, of course, why I was excited to be going first here, because I did open Fan Rotom that has the Fan Call ability and Noctowl decks in general. Of course, I'm not playing, you don't know I'm playing Noctowl for sure yet. I'm playing Noctowl.
Yeah, it's funny. People in the standard format have been playing Fan Rotom without any other colorless Pokemon in their entire deck, just because it's like one of the best aggressive attackers. You don't want to play Fighting Energy for Solrock, I guess.
So many things to check. Dude, there's no way.
Oh, let's go. I'm gonna be so pumped.
So we'll make things interesting, I guess.
All your Noctowls prized. You know, some people will put like all the Pokemon at the front, the energy at the back, it like helps them check faster.
Yeah. Then off the fan call, search my deck for 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less. I'll grab a Ditto, a Hoot, and I got the wrong Hoot, so now I have to go get a different Hoot. So I will take the tanky Hoot.
Okay.
I'll then bench the Ditto, switch into the Ditto, use its transformative start ability, which during my first turn, I can change it for any basic Pokemon in my deck, and I'll go ahead and grab Teal Mask Ogerpon EX.
Okay.
Then I'll use Teal Dance, attach a grass energy from my hand to my Teal Mask Ogerpon, and drawing a card.
Okay.
Bench Hoot, bench Yanma, and Chip. I'll pass it over to you.
Draw for turn. I will start my turn by using Arven to search my deck for an item card and Pokemon tool card, reveal them, and put them into my hand.
So you got the Meowscarada in there. I assume it's the Meowscarada EX. I guess it could be, there is the stage 2 Meowscarada that just allows you to switch. I guess you could be playing that.
Off of the Arven, I will grab a Technical Machine Evolution and a Nest Ball and put them in my hand. I'm gonna go back in. I will then play 2 Nest Balls to search my deck for basic Pokemon and put them onto my bench. And off of Nest Ball number 1, I will grab Ponyta. Off of Nest Ball number 2, I'll grab Fuecoco. I will bench a Chimchar.
It's a fire deck the whole time.
I'll attach Technical Machine Evolution, attach for turn to the Sprigatito, and I will use Evolution to choose up to 2 of my bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, get to evolve them, and I will choose Fuecoco and Chimchar.
I'm not sure which Saralege this is. I assume...
Which what?
Skeledirge.
There you go. There you go.
For the Monferno evolves into...
I knew you weren't going to know what like half the Pokemon did in this
Infernape,
deck.
I'm pretty sure it's probably the Energy Acceleration Infernape, would be my guess, but we'll have to wait and see. And
what about that guy?
It's probably the Rapidash that we played. Is that what it was, a Rapid? Oh, it was a Ninetales, wasn't it?
Oh, early in the Evolution series?
Yeah.
It was Ninetales, yes.
Yeah, so I'm actually not even sure what Ponyta that is.
I stumped him at least once.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. You got some stuff. You definitely have some stuff.
I'll get rid of that Evolution, and Azul, it is your turn, my friend.
I don't know why I cut. All right, draw for turn.
You just don't trust me?
I guess.
It's reasonable, honestly. When you see what I'm gonna do to you next turn, I wouldn't trust me either.
I'll evolve Hoot into Noctowl, use its ability Jewel Seeker, searching my deck for the 2 trainer cards.
I forgot you got the prize pack Noctowl. What a lucky hit, dude. So lucky, man. I don't know if they can hear it or not, but ignore whatever police chase or whatever it is that's happening outside.
Off of the Jewel Seeker, I'll grab 2 Buddy Poffin, putting an Area 0 into play.
Makes sense.
I'm playing Buddy Poffin number 1, searching my deck for Duskull and Pidgey. I'll then play Buddy Poffin number 2, searching my deck for a Hoot.
Whole squad.
I'll then play Ultra Ball, discarding Dusclops and Jack, search my deck for any one Pokemon and add it to my hand, and I'll grab a Terrapagos EX.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be surprised by that you've played in your deck. Is it in the other deck? Have I not seen it yet?
Why are you so hasty, Chip? You need to calm down.
You were just typing it up.
I'll then benched... I think I gotta go the short bench.
Okay. Dude, that looks so bad.
There's no good way.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the 4/4 is so cringe.
And then I'll play Professor's Research, discarding my hand, drawing 7 cards.
Not a bad hand you have there, Azul.
No, not bad at all. I'll attach return to Fan Rotom, retreat my Teal Mask Ogerpon into the Fan Rotom, and then I will Assault Landing to knock out your Sprigatito.
I thought you might. I'm gonna promote my Monferno and draw for turn. Not a bad top deck, I won't complain. I will put Rapidash into play, evolve Ponyta into Rapidash. You didn't know what it did?
No, I do know that one. I was expecting something better. I don't know, like, pretty weak.
Reasonable. I will play Iono to have each player shuffle their hand, put them on the bottom of the deck. You get 5, I get 6. I'll bench Fuecoco. I'll use Hurried Gate to draw a card from the Rapidash. I'll attach for turn to Fuecoco, and Azul, I'll pass to you.
Draw for turn. I mean, I just don't know what your deck does. Like, it's gonna make things interesting. I think I'm just going to Assault Landing for 70 onto your Monferno.
Interesting. Can't say I totally expected that, but I will draw for turn. I'll use Hurried Gate to draw a card. I'll then use Arven to search my deck for an item card, Pokemon tool card, reveal them, put them in my hand. Off of Arven, I'm gonna grab myself Nest Ball and Technical Machine Evolution, put them in the hand. I'll play Nest Ball, search my deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto my bench. grabbing a Ponyta. I'll then play Night Stretcher to put a Pokemon or basic energy card from my discard pile into my hand. I'll grab myself a basic fire energy. I will attach basic fire for turn to the Monferno. I will attach a technical machine evolution to Monferno. And then I will use evolution to evolve Fuecoco and Ponyta. Grabbing Rapidash and Crocalor. It's your turn.
Draw for turn.
Do 90.
Rolling Fireball.
Chip, I'm just gonna Assault Landing, KO your Monferno.
Playing it slow, buddy. Respect it, respect it. I'm gonna send up the Crocalor here and draw for turn. I'm gonna bench a Fuecoco. I will attach Neo Upper Energy for turn, and then I will play, I don't know, have us both shuffle in, put our hands on the bottom, you get 4, I get 6. I will put Artisan in play, bumping area 0.
Okay, I'm gonna discard Noctowl, Pidgey, and Yanma.
I'll use Hurried Gate to draw a card. I'll use other Hurried Gate to draw a card, and then I'll play Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from my hand to search my deck for a Pokemon. I'll get rid of Meowscarada, and I'll get rid of the Rescue Board. And I will search my deck for big old Skeledirge EX. You don't remember this guy?
No.
Do you really not remember it? I literally played this deck for an Evolution Series episode.
I don't remember him.
I think I won too. It was like episode 3 or something like that. I kind of think I won. I don't remember for sure though. Well, now that you've seen him, what are your thoughts?
It's pretty bad.
It's not very good.
Disrespect. And then I will go for Burning Voice 270, 10 less for each damage counter on myself, but not to worry about that just yet, and take a knockout on Fanroad.
Sounds good, Chip. I'll draw for turn. I'll play Nest Ball, searching my deck for any basic Pokemon and adding it to my bench, and I'll grab Mew EX.
Okay. Got a nice little like fire theme going on over here, you know?
That's good. Use Teal Dance with my Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, accelerate energy to it, and draw a card. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Chip, that's pretty good. In fact, it's literally exactly what I needed.
Oh, okay, well, great. Now, if you lose to Skeletor GX after saying that,
Well, I mean,
you maybe should retire.
pretty important. I'll play Ultra Ball, discarding Pidgeot EX and Jet Energy, searching my deck for a Pokemon, and I will grab Noctowl. I'll then use Mew EX's Restart to draw a card. It's pretty good, Chip, I'm not gonna lie.
This guy just draws the nuts, literally every card he draws.
It's not true. Then I'll evolve Hoothoot into Noctowl using its Jewel Seeker ability to search my deck for any 2 trainer cards. And I'll grab Glass Trumpet and Area 0. Play Professor Terra's Scenario, picking up the Noctowl, activating Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box.
Genius sequencing here, by the way. You can tell this guy's a pro. Maximum value from all the cards in play.
I'll grab a Pidgey.
Second pitch.
Second Pidge.
All right. You just discarded your Noctowl, or your what's it called, Big Bird. You probably just need Pokemon in play, I'm assuming.
Play Glass Trumpet, accelerating 2 basic energy to 2 of my colorless Pokemon in play, as long as I have a Terra Pokemon in play. Putting energy on Pidgey and Terrapagos EX. I will then put Area 0 into play. Bench a Hoothoot, attach for turn to Terrapagos EX, retreat my Tail Mask Ogerpon EX into Terrapagos, and I'll Unified Beatdown for 180 damage.
As excited as you were about your draws that turn, I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. That's okay.
Would you want me to 1-hit KO your Skeletor?
That's what I was thought. That's where I thought we were going, but draw a turn. Hurried Gate to draw a card. Hurried Gate number 2 to draw a card. I will evolve Fuecoco into Crocalor. I'll attach an energy for turn to the benched Crocalor. I'll use Counter Catcher to bring up the Duskull.
That's my guy.
And then I'll go for Burning Voice for the knockout.
I'm gonna go ahead and promote Mew after you've taken your KO, and I'll draw for turn. I'll start my turn by using Teal Mask Ogerpon's Teal Dance, accelerating energy to it, and drawing a card.
Yep.
I'll then play Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and adding it to my bench. And I'll grab another Hoothoot. Then I'll restart with Mew, drawing 2 cards. I'll evolve my Hoothoot into Noctowl, use the Jewel Seeker, searching my deck for any 2 trainer cards, and adding them to my hand. There's a lot to think about.
This is gonna lose to Skeledirge.
And I'll grab Boss's Orders and Night Stretcher.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta think for a second. How am I gonna play this?
You thought for a second, buddy.
Yeah.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good. I'm glad the Skeledirge put you in the blender.
And I will grab Boss's Orders and Night Stretcher.
Big leave the take in where he went and for like 20 seconds.
Play Night Stretcher, recovering the Duskull. Put it onto my bench. Play Boss's Orders, bringing up one of your Crocalor. I don't really care which one comes up, so you can pick. And then I'll Unified Beatdown to KO the Crocalor.
Okay, very interesting. I will promote Skeledirge EX, and I will draw a card to start my turn. How many Night Stretcher do you play? Do you play 3 Night Stretcher? Probably not. I'm gonna bump your Stadium with Artisan.
I'll discard Pidgey and Noctowl.
Okay. Use the Artisan, which will let me search my deck for a basic Pokemon that does not have a rule box and put it onto my bench. I'll bench Fuecoco, and I'll use Hurried Gate to draw 1 card. I'll use this Hurried Gate to draw another. I'll use Night Stretcher to put a Pokemon or basic energy from my discard pile into my hand, grabbing the Chimchar. I'll put Chimchar down. I'll use Professor Turo's Scenario to pick up the Skeledirge EX, discarding the Neo Upper, add it to my hand. I'll promote Crocalor. I'll evolve Crocalor into Skeledirge. I'll attach for turn to the Skeledirge. I'll bench Fuecoco. I'll attach TM Devolution to Skeledirge, and then I'll go for Burning Voice for 270 for the knockout. Take 2 prizes.
It's a pretty big turn there, Chip, not gonna lie. Let's see, how many cards do you have in hand?
6, 7.
A lot of cards in hand as well. Draw for turn. I'll use Teal Dance with my Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, Accelerate Energy, and drawing a card.
Yep.
2180. You wouldn't KO me.
To smack me.
Not looking good, Chip, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go.
I will evolve my Hoot Hoot into Noctowl using his Jewel Seeker to search my deck for 2 trainer cards, adding them to my hand.
Ooh. I literally saw the card you just dropped.
What was it?
Briar.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty good to know about.
And I'll grab Judge and Super Rod.
I kind of figured anyway, but it was not at the front of my mind, I won't lie.
I'll then play Super Rod, covering 3-9 combination of basic Pokemon and energy cards. And off the Super Rod, I'll grab 2 Noctowl and a Grass Energy.
Okay.
Attach return to my Teal Mask Ogerpon EX and play Judge. We both shuffle our hands into our deck and draw 4 cards. And then Chip, I'll retreat into my Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto my bench. I'll grab Fan Rotom, and then use Myriad Leaf Shower for 180 damage.
Draw for turn. I could go like all in to find one specific card. I don't know how worth that is. 15 is kind of a lot of cards in the deck. Oh man. I'll use Earthen Vessel to discard Ultra Ball, search my deck for 2 Fire Energy, add them to my hand. Or 2 energy. I'll grab a basic Fire Energy, add it to my hand. Hurried Gate to draw a card. Hurried Gate number 2, draw 1 more. What's my safest play? I'll use Professor Turo's Scenario to put one of my Pokemon and all cards attached into my hand. I'll pick up the Skeledirge EX. I'll promote Fuecoco. I'll evolve my Fuecoco into Crocalor. And I will pass Azul.
I'll draw for turn here. I mean, it's kind of interesting for sure. He didn't have an energy attachment for turn last turn, which is the thing that I think is most interesting, was the lack of an energy attachment. But I can't even think of what you could have. Mela, Crispin, to be able to actually set up an actual threat on your following turn. I don't even know what it would be. That's where I'm kind of stuck right here. I'm not gonna lie, Chips, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna strategize around. Well, I don't think I have too much of a choice of how to play this scenario, so I will play Countercatcher, bringing up your Crocalor. I will play Briar, so you have 2 prize cards remaining. I'll then play Area 0, popping your Artisan, use Muse Restart to draw a card, and then Myriad Leaf Shower to KO your active, netting me 2 prize cards because of the Briar.
Oh boy. All right, I will draw for turn. Gonna be tight here. I'll bump your Stadium. I don't even think I have a target left in the deck. Bench Fuecoco, attach an energy for turn to the Fuecoco here. I'll play Night Stretcher, search my discard pile for Pokemon, put it into my hand. I'll grab Monferno. Yeah, we're just all in, I think. Evolve Chimchar into Monferno, and I will use Mela to search my discard pile for an energy card, attach it to one of my Pokemon, and draw until I have 6 in my hand. So I get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3, and it wasn't even a sweat. Rare candy.
No.
Into the Dirge. I had my 2 Hurried Gates. I had 3 rare candy. I think my odds were okay.
Oh, yeah, that seems pretty good.
And then I'll Burning Voice for the knockout there. Dirge gets the dub. I had to play it really weird the last turn. I Earthen Vesseled for an energy. Those are my last 2 prizes, which I didn't fully check. So I might have actually run out of energy if I put the energy in play. I did have a Night Stretcher left, but that was another thing I was debating of like putting both Crocalor. But the Dirge gets a dub. Let's go.
Yeah, my start, I never had any access to any of my good combos because both my rare candies were
I kind of figured as
in
much.
the top 2 or top 3, I think. I had like Jack in hand turn 2. I was like, oh, this hand's pretty good. Get the Pidgeot online.
Yeah, I kind of I wasn't totally sure. And you did still put the Duskull in play, which forced me to go after it, even though you had no access to Dusknoir. I guess you had Dusclops still, but.
Yeah, it wasn't good Dusclops.
But yeah, I was scared that last turn. I was like holding my breath for like rare candy Dusknoir Briar, like win the game.
Quite.
It would have been a lot for you to have, but you hadn't played a rare candy yet, so.
No candy access. All right, Chip, you get game 1 with the Dirge. You got him through. I think I'm just gonna stick on my current deck. I don't see a reason to change, to be honest.
Okay,
so.
but what if you don't win and then we never see your other deck?
Oh, well, I guess.
Oh, well. He said, I've got to get a dub. He's going with his best deck, I think.
Also, I guess in this situation, I did lose, so I get to pick first or second.
True.
Playing the Noctowl deck.
It's a new game, though.
That's not how that works.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
So you're going to go first?
I will go first. Should take advantage of that while I can.
What'd you think of my Skeleturge deck?
It's pretty bad, but with lack of access to specifically Pidgeot, my early game was not as aggressive as I wanted it to be.
Honestly,
I didn't even
salty
need
this guy is.
I mean, I'm just telling you how it went.
I'm kidding.
He is beefy though. The Dirge is beefy.
He's a big boy. It's his biggest strength.
Definitely not my deck is like equipped to deal with.
I envisioned this perfect board state of Infernape, Skeleturges, and then I had 3 Turo, Skeleturge, Infernape. Just cycle him, you never KO him. That was like the perfect board state. Gonna be a little interesting here. All right, good luck.
All right, good luck, Chip. Well, the Fandorm starts pretty good. Draw for turn, and I'm not gonna lie, my turn was almost really bad, but the Nest Ball saves here.
Let's go.
Searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, and I will get my own Fan Rotom, using its Fan Call to search my deck for 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less. And off of the Fan Call, I will grab a Pidgey, a Hoothoot, and a Noctowl. I'll bench the Hoothoot and the Pidgey, and with that, Chip, it's your turn.
No energy, you say. I'll draw for turn. And I'll start my turn off with Fan Call, searching my deck for 3 Pokemon that are colorless with 100 HP or less, adding them to my hand. From the Fan Call, I'll grab myself Ditto, Hoothoot, and Noctowl, add them to my hand. I'll go back in with Nest Ball to search my deck for a basic Pokemon, reveal it, and put it onto my bench. Off my Nest Ball, I will grab Miraidon EX. And then I will use Tandem Unit to search my deck for 2 basic Lightning Pokemon, and I will grab Pikachu EX. I'll bench Ditto. I will use Crispin, search my deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, put them in my hand. I will grab a Metal and a Lightning. I'll attach the Metal to the Fan Rotom, put the Lightning in my hand. I'll then retreat Fan Rotom into Ditto, and I'll use its transformative start to swap it with Joltik.
Joltik Box, Terra Joltik Box.
I'll bench Hoothoot, put Area 0 Underdepths in play. I will bench another Hoothoot. I will bench a Tynamo.
Ooh, all right. Whole squad.
I'm gonna scoot these up, I guess. I can't bring myself to do the 4-4 thing, bro. The Mega Ray player in me would never. I'll attach for turn to Joltik, and I will use Jolting Charge. Search my deck for 2 basic Grass and 2 basic Lightning Energy. Attach them to my Pokemon in any way that I like.
I'm not gonna lie, the Pikachu is pretty scary.
And I'm gonna put 2 on Pikachu and 1 on Miraidon EX. And Azul, it is your turn.
It's a pretty scary start. On top of that, I have to imagine this is the deck that has the Pheasantipity as well. Another powerful inclusion.
Yeah, the other deck had Rapidash.
Yeah.
So all the drop power you need, you know?
Even when KOs aren't happening, you know? Some would argue.
Yeah. What are we doing playing Pheasantipity in Standard, you know? We've got Rapidash available.
I know. Gonna draw for turn here. 2 card hand. I know one's a Noctowl, right?
Correct.
Oh.
He found the boy.
I'll start my turn by evolving my Hoothoot to Noctowl. Using the Jewel Seeker ability to search my deck for 2 trainer cards. Off of the Jewel Seeker, I'll grab Buddy Poffin and scoop up Cyclone.
Okay, I did not see your A-Spec last game, so I wasn't sure what it was.
I'll then play Buddy Poffin, searching my deck for 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less. And I'll grab a Hoothoot and a Duskull. Then I'll play College's Tenacity, searching my deck for a energy card and Stadium, grabbing Jet Energy and Area 0 Underdepths. I'll then play the Jet Energy onto my Fan Rotom, switching into the active, play the Scuba Cyclone, picking up my Noctowl, re-benching down my Hoothoot, and then Chip, I will use Assault Landing to KO your Joltik.
Goodbye, Joltik. I'm gonna promote Fan Rotom and draw for turn. Start my turn with Tandem Unit, search my deck for 2 basic Lightning Pokemon, put them onto my bench if I'd like. I'll fail the Tandem Unit. I'll evolve my Hoothoot into Noctowl and use its Jewel Seeker ability, search my deck for 2 trainers, add them to my hand. I'll grab Counter Catcher and Professor's Research, add them to my hand. I'll play Crispin for turn, search my deck for 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, put 1 into my hand and put the other one onto one of my Pokemon. And I will attach the metal off of Crispin and I'll put the basic Lightning in my hand. I'll attach Lightning for turn to my Fan Rotom. I'll use Counter Catcher to bring up the Duskull to the active. I'll put the Power Glass on my Pikachu EX, and I'll use Assault Landing for 70 for the knockout.
I will promote my Fan Rotom and draw for turn. I'll then evolve Hoothoot into Noctowl using its Jewel Seeker ability. Search my deck for any 2 trainer cards. And I'll grab Lysia's Appeal and Ultra Ball. I will then Ultra Ball away, a switch, and an Area 0, searching my deck for any 1 Pokemon card and adding it to my hand. And I'll grab Pidgeot EX. I'll then Rare Candy my Pidgey into Pidgeot EX and use its Quick Search ability to search my deck for any 1 card. I'll then play Lysia's Appeal, targeting one of your basic bench Pokemon, and I'll bring up your Pikachu EX, and it is also confused.
It is indeed also confused.
I'll then attach Return to my Terrapagos EX and Assault Landing for 70 damage.
Oh, very interesting, Azul. Very interesting. Okay, I will draw for turn.
Oh wait, hold on. I evolved the wrong. I should have evolved this guy. I thought I evolved this guy.
Okay.
This Hoothoot.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna put Hoothoot to sleep, Azul. You don't have to play around that. All right, interesting play there, Mr. Blue. You could always quick search for boss, obviously, as well, though.
It's possible.
Force it, though. I'll use Night Stretcher to put a energy or Pokemon from my discard pile back in my hand. I'll grab a basic lightning. I'll attach that to my Miraidon EX here. It's my attachment for turn. And then I'll play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards.
Sounds good.
Tandem unit, search my deck for basic Pokemon. That is a lightning type. Put it onto my bench. I will fail the tandem unit. I'll retreat Pikachu EX into Fan Rotom, and then I will go for Assault Landing for 70 for the knockout. Take a prize.
I'll go ahead and promote my Pidgeot EX, and I will draw for turn. I'll play Super Rod, recovering up to 3 Pokemon or basic energy cards from my discard pile back into my deck, and I'll get Duskull and Fan Rotom.
Yeah, you got it.
Then I'll counter catch her up, Pikachu EX.
I think that makes sense.
And play Judge.
Ooh.
We both shuffle our hands into our deck and draw 4.
Strong turn, strong turn.
I will then use Quick Search, searching my deck for any 1 card, adding it to my hand. And I'll play Buddy Buddy Poppin', searching my deck for 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less and putting them onto my bench, and I'll grab a Duskull and a Hoothoot.
The Pidgeot being online is certainly problematic. That's fine, we can overcome.
I'll attach Return to my Terrapagos EX, retreat into Terrapagos EX, and Unified Beatdown for the KO.
You got it, buddy. Not the best spot I've ever been in my life, I'm not gonna lie. I'll promote Fan Rotom and draw for turn. I'll bench Pheasantipede EX and I'll use Flip the Script to draw 3. I'll evolve Tynamo into Eelektrik. I'll use Dynamotor to attach a basic lightning energy for turn to Pheasantipede EX. I'll attach a basic metal to my Miraidon EX, and I will go for Assault Landing Azul for 70.
Sheesh.
Quite a slowdown of turn compared to my other turns.
I was expecting a little bit more. Like, all right, Chip, well, I'll draw.
Yep, I bet you will, buddy.
I will use Quick Search, searching my deck for any 1 card and adding it to my hand. I will then play Rare Candy, evolving my Duskull into a Dusknoir. I'll bench Teal Mask Ogerpon as well as a Fan Rotom, and then I'll play Youngster, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 cards.
There he is.
He had to show up.
Might get that 3rd game after all, buddy.
Yeah, I would be surprised if you haven't answered this, I'm not gonna lie.
Sheesh.
I mean, I just don't know what it would ever be. Okay, it's kind of exactly what I wanted. I'll Teal Dance with my Teal Mask Ogerpon to accelerate energy and draw a card.
In the last game when you said that, you did end up losing.
I'll attach Return to my Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Then with that chip, I'm gonna Unified Beatdown to KO your Fan Rotom.
I'll promote Pheasantipede EX and draw for turn. I'll use Flip the Script to draw 3 cards.
That good, huh?
It's just interesting. Does it give me some play here? I think this might work. I'll bench Eevee. I'll use Dynamotor to put an energy onto the Eevee. I'll retreat Pheasantipede EX into Eevee, when I will be able to evolve it using its boosted evolution ability up into Leafeon EX. I'll evolve Hoothoot into Noctowl using Jewel Seeker, search my deck for 2 trainer cards, put them into my hand.
Leafeon is a cool inclusion for sure. It's good information though.
Yeah, I might win this game. I wouldn't have revealed it if I didn't think I could win.
Not gonna lie, Chip, you winning this game would be a shock to me.
Off the Jewel Seeker, I'll grab myself Judge and Super Rod. Super Rod, I will put back the Grass Metal. I'll play Buddy Poffin, search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon 70 HP or less, and I'll grab Van Rotom, put it down. I will then bench Hoothoot, bench Joltik, and I will put Gravity Mountain into play, having us both discard. I'll discard those fellas.
Get rid of a Noctowl and a Fan Rotom myself.
Attach Return to the Leafeon, and I'll play Judge. Have us both shuffle in. We each get 4 cards. 4 apiece. And I'll Verdant Storm for the knockout.
All right, Chip. I don't see how you were ever going to win this game. I will promote my Teal Mask Ogerpon. I'll draw for turn. I'll use Myriad Leaf Shower. So I have an energy to my Ogerpon and drawing another card. I'll play Briar, activate Cursed Blast on my Dusknoir, do 130 damage to your Leafeon EX, and then Myriad Leaf Shower for the KO.
You were gonna whiff energy off the judge, buddy.
And the quick search?
Yeah. Well, you needed 2, right?
No, I needed 1. I had 2 on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did the extra.
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate to draw the one on the last turn.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have revealed my Leafeon technology, to be honest.
That is pretty good information to have for sure.
All right.
I don't think you can use the second attack though, so it would only be I'd be scared of the first one.
You didn't see everything in my deck, did you?
That's true. But doesn't it need a fire and a water?
Well, you didn't see everything in my deck, did you? All right, I guess we're going to game 3, and I will get to choose. Oh.
All right, Chip, game 3.
Game 3.
As it should be.
And I get to choose if I'd like to go first or second here. And
honestly, before you say it, your deck has it all. You got Joltik for going second, but you have Fan Road, you have Noctowl Explosiveness for going first.
I don't know what the percent is for me to get Jolting Charge off turn 1. It's not super.
It doesn't seem very high.
It's not that low, but it's not that high either.
Yeah.
So I think I will still take the safe route and choose to go first here. Good old consistent first. Now we're playing a bunch of cards in here that I've had for a while that I don't think you've ever seen me have. I mean, I guess the big one is just Pikachu.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew I had it or not.
For some reason, I think I did know you had the Pikachu.
It was in the video, but you don't watch the videos, so.
Not often.
I pulled it from my Prismatic Pity Packs way back then. And had to do a little bit of a callback to Miraidon EX, of course.
Bring him back for the last one.
For the last one. First one and the last one. It just feels fitting, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Azul, I am going to go first here.
All right, Chip, that sounds good.
Now, I have to imagine the deck you have here, you kind of like going second, to be honest. Maybe I should have chosen second, but that's okay. I'll attach return. Or
that'd be interesting.
Start that guy.
Honestly, Chip, with this hand, first, second, third.
I was cooked regardless. I'll start Hoot Hoot, and I did assume Charizard was going to be part of your repertoire here. All right, draw for turn. Attach return to Hoot Hoot. Pass.
Chip, now that actually makes things interesting for me, because I have a couple different routes I can take now. I'll draw for turn. Honestly, with a hand like this, people are going to be wondering if I'm not just playing standard out here.
Yikes. Secret box, opening hands. Of course, the evolution series would end like this.
I'm going to use Buddy Buddy Poffin here, searching my deck for 2 basic Pokemon and putting them onto my bench. There's one, like, glaring weakness with this deck.
Is it the fact that the Pidgeot is in your other deck?
I mean, I would like it in this deck, yeah. That would be nice.
I don't think I ever saw Boss in the other deck, so this deck probably has your Boss and your Pal Pad. I never saw your Pal Pad. What is your draw engine, I guess? Your support engine. Oh, it's Charizard Dragapult. Okay, yeah. Charizard Dragapult. This would be a really good matchup to have not revealed the Leafeon in as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Surprise Leafeon.
Off the Buddy Buddy Poffin, I'm gonna grab 2 Dreepies.
Okay.
And then I'll go back into my deck with Secret Box, discarding Dragapult, Charmeleon, and Charmander. Search my deck for one of every single trainer card, and I'll grab. It's actually, funnily enough, like a pretty weak Secret Box. But it's because my hand is so good, I guess.
For you.
Off of the Secret Box, I'll grab Professor's Research, Super Rod, and that's it.
Okay.
I'll then play the Super Rod, shuffling back Dragapult, Charmeleon, and Charmander.
Lines up perfectly, honestly.
I'll then attach Fire Energy to Charmander, Team Evolution to Charmander, and
Oh my gosh,
Professor's
you
Research.
had the nuts. That hand was broken.
Well, not really, because the Secret Box got nothing. Got very little. I'm not complaining, though. I'll take it.
I don't think you have the right to complain.
And then, Chip, I'll use Team Evolution, targeting my Dreepies, evolving them into Dracloaks.
I'm gonna need some help here for sure, Azul. I will draw for turn. That does not help. I'll bench Eevee. I'll retreat the Hoot Hoot into the Eevee. I'll use Night Stretcher to bring back the basic metal energy. I'll attach it to the Hoot Hoot. And Azul, I will pass to you.
I'll draw for turn. I'll use my Dracloak's Recon Directive to begin, taking one of the 2 cards I find there and adding it to my hand. Then activate my second Dracloak's Recon Directive. Once again, look at the top 2.
Make sure you speak up a little bit.
Adding one of the 2 cards I find there into my hand. I'll then play Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards of my deck and adding a Pokemon card I find there to my hand, and I got the one I was looking for.
Sick, bro.
Bench Badoo, retreat my Charmander into the Badoo, evolve my Charmander into a Charmeleon, attach a basic Fire Energy for turn to Charmeleon, and then I'll Itchy Pollen for 10 damage and no item cards, Chip.
Okay, I'll bench Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, use Teal Dance, attach a basic grass, and draw a card. And I'll pass, Azul.
All right, Chip, I'll draw for turn. Activate Recon Directive number 1. Add a card I find for the top of my deck to my hand. Activate Recon Directive number 2. Adding another card from the top part of my deck to my hand. And chip, I'll Itchy Pollen.
Draw for turn. Teal Dance to draw a card and pass.
All right, Chip, I'll draw for turn. Recon Directive number 1 with Dracloak number 1. Recon Directive number 2 with Dracloak number 2. Bench a Charmander. Attach Luminous Energy of Return to Dracloak and Itchy Pollen.
Draw for turn. I'll use Jewel Seeker, search my deck for 2 trainer cards, add them to my hand. Off the Jewel Seeker, I'll grab myself Nest Ball and Crispin, add them to my hand. I'll use Crispin, search my deck for 2 basic energy cards of differing types. I'll put 1 in play and put 1 in my hand, and I will grab a basic Lightning and basic Grass Energy. I'll put the Grass Energy onto Eevee from the Crispin, and I'll attach Return to Noctowl. I'll put Rescue Board on Eevee. I'll retreat it, send up Noctowl, and I'm going for Speedwing, buddy.
All right.
Goodbye, Badoo.
Promote my Dracloak and draw for turn. Start my turn with a Recon Directive with my active Dracloak. Go into my second Recon Directive with my bench Dracloak. And then I'll play Pokegear, look at the top 7 cards on my deck, taking any supporter I find there and adding it to my hand. And I'll grab Hilda.
There she is.
I'll then play the Hilda, searching my deck for Evolution Pokemon and an energy card. I'll grab Dragapult and a basic Psychic Energy. I'll then play Buddy Buddy Puffin, go back into my deck, search it for a basic Pokemon with 70 or less HP. I will grab Tatsugiri, just in case. I'll then evolve my active Dracloak to Dragapult, attach a basic Psychic Energy for turn, evolve my bench Charmander to a Charmeleon, and then I will Phantom Dive, knocking out your Noctowl, and for the damage counters, I'll put 2 on the Eevee to KO that as well, and then 4 over to the Teal Mask Ogerpon.
You got it.
Getting 2 prize cards.
Sure enough. I'll promote Teal Mask Ogerpon EX and draw for turn. I'll use Super Rod. I'll put Eevee, Noctowl, and a basic Grass Energy back into the deck. I'll use Nest Ball, search my deck for a basic Pokemon, reveal it, put it on my bench, shuffle my deck after. Yeah, this one's looking pretty tough. You are pretty dang set up. Off of the Nest Ball, I'll grab myself Pheasantipity EX. I need like 1 specific card probably. I probably shouldn't have played the Super Rod, honestly. I'll use Flip the Script to draw 3 cards. I'll use Teal Dance, attach a Grass Energy, draw a card. I'll use Ultra Ball, discarding Noctowl and Area 0, search my deck for a Pokemon. I'll grab Miraidon, then I will use Tandem Unit, search my deck for a Lightning Pokemon, put it onto my bench. Joltik. I'll then play Crispin, search my deck for 2 basic energy cards, attach them to my Pokemon. Put 1 in my hand, attach 1 to a Pokemon. And from the Crispin, I'll grab a Lightning and a Metal Energy. Put them both on Miraidon in whichever order you prefer. And I'll go for Myriad Leaf Shower for 210, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh, 180, sorry.
That does still set up for your 2-hit KO you're going for, though.
Yeah, seems powerful, right?
Yeah, I will draw for turn. I'll evolve my Charmeleon to Charizard, use Infernal Rain, searching my deck for up to 3 basic Fire Energy, attaching them to my Pokemon in any way that I'd like. I'll just accelerate 2 fires to Charizard EX.
Now my Leafeon's doing so much more damage. Are you scared?
I'm terrified. Not the Leafeon. I'll then play Earthen Vessel, discarding Iono, searching my deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. I'll grab a basic Psychic. I'll attach Return to my Dracloak.
Now my Leafeon's doing so much damage.
Bench Shaman, attach Air Balloon to Tatsugiri. I will use Recon Directive, look at the top 2 cards on my deck, add 1 to my hand, play the other one on the bottom of the deck, and then I will play Palpad, shuffling back in 2 supports from my discard pile into my deck, and I will grab Hilda and a Professor's Research. And then Chip, I will use Phantom Dive, knocking out your Teal Mask Ogerpon, putting 3 on the Joltik, just because I'm not sure what it could become, and then I'll put 1 on Pheasantipity and 2 on Miraidon, drawing 3 prize cards, going down to 1 remaining.
Azul Joltik evolves into Galvantula.
Well, but which, I don't remember what they all do.
I will promote Miraidon and draw for turn. I don't even know what I could possibly do here. I don't think there's a way. Charizard nukes everything, the broken card. I don't think that it's a realistic win con, but maybe my only one. I'll use Pheasantipity's Flip the Script, draw 3. I did draw that, which is really good.
Uh-oh.
The problem is that my Pikachu is prize. I don't think it would matter though. Tandem Unit. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can do. I don't. Well, technically a play. That means I don't insta-lose, I
Chips
think.
1 out.
Oh, it doesn't even work, does it? If I'd gotten different energies off my Crispin last turn. 100, 180. I don't even think I can KO the active, honestly, now that I think about it. All right, I'll fail the tandem unit, and unfortunately, I don't think I have a real win condition here, so I'm going to go full towards playing that you only play 8 energy and you prized your last one, and that this Shaman is gonna get stuck. That is now my win condition, so I will Boss's Orders the Shaman and pass.
Okay, Chip. I'm not gonna move this Dragapult because I'm just gonna draw for turn and then I'll attach energy out of hand, retreat my Shaman. Actually, hold up.
Stop, come on.
I'll play Professor Turo Scenario to pick up my Shaman, put it back into my hand, and then Phantom Dive.
Yeah. I drew my Scramble Switch, so if I'd gotten different energies, I could have made Leafeon if I had like made this a grass energy, and I could have made Leafeon counter catcher kill Charizard.
I did have Lissy's Appeal in
Yeah, okay. I figured it wouldn't have mattered, but that would have been my out. I prized so many energy and the Pikachu. Yeah, that's unfortunate, dude. I hate for it to go down like that.
Yeah, the Hoot start, no fan Rotom.
If we could have had a kind of cool game, I think.
You have the Gravity Mountain in there as well.
Yeah, I do have the Gravity Mountain. And I've got that guy and the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Like, I've got ways to KO Pikachu, so.
Look at the hand of the Dragapult, because without Dragapult, then it would have been a lot more difficult, probably.
To be honest, I probably should have predicted you would play Charizard Dragapult as one. I knew you'd play Charizard as one. I just didn't really like keying on Dragapult, but that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't get the Pidgeot in both decks. I feel like it was better in the Terra deck.
I think this deck was cool.
Self-sufficient.
Didn't quite work out, though. Glad I got to use some of the cards that I never used that, like I didn't get Energy Switch, and so my Energy Switch
I think I have 4.
is Scramble Switch.
I think I have 4 energy switches. I never had the, because I've thought about using the Teal Mask a couple times before I ended up with it in the Yen Mega deck.
Well, Azul, you're the winner of the Evolution series, both the last episode and the whole dang thing, so congratulations. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. You know, this is up there with some of my bigger wins in the Pokemon TCG space for sure.
You've won stuff before?
Yeah, I would say it's up there alongside. It's definitely greater than most of the regionals. Maybe there's a couple of regional wins that feel a little bit better, but this is definitely rivaling the IC wins for sure. With the first Evolution series dub. Had a ton of fun playing though, for sure. We were finding the system down there a little bit more at the end with the bands. And I think both of us chose pretty good bands there to make things more interesting.
Yeah.
I like how we weren't just targeting Charizard and Gardevoir. We were like, hold on, let's go a little deeper here.
Definitely.
Monkey Dory, the Cornerstone. So it was fun. But yeah, had a great time, Chip. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for all the support on the Evolution series. The series has done way better than we ever could have expected.
Definitely.
So thank you guys so much for continuing to support it. Thanks to Pig for being a sick editor.
Shout out Pig.
I said this during my pack opening too, but like he's a huge part of why this series has been so successful. So
Definitely.
I think that's it for Scarlet and Violet. We'll just have to see what we do next.
Yep. All right.
6, 7.